Hi, everybody. It is Saturday evening here, and I'm going to put my video together that captures the process of admitting Heather to long-term care. And I struggled with how to package this together. I've had a couple of failed attempts at it. So instead of going into any detail at this point, I'm just going to string together the series of videos I recorded since probably Wednesday night or Thursday morning, I forget, and you can get the full picture. And afterwards, I'll have a little summary and tell you where we are today and how I'm feeling and how Heather's making out and some additional details. So here you go. Prepare yourself. Some of it will be a little emotional. It's just the way it's the way it is. Thanks. Hi, folks. Well, it's not moving day today, but this is Heather's last 24 hours at home. So it's the day tomorrow. Is moving day. So I'm going over to Northwood this morning. I got a kit bag or a duffel bag with clothing and pajamas, tops and bottoms, and socks. And I have the poster that I made to hang up on the wall. To this one here. So I'm just going to go talk to the staff there and scope things out for the move tomorrow. I've got a wheelchair van booked for 1 o'clock, and thankfully Sister Carolyn is available today and tomorrow, all day, both days. So I'm going to need it. I'm kind of talking myself into acceptance here, and I have to try to look at it as new beginnings, even though I know it's not a beginning. But anyways, trying to hack my mind. Well, here we go. Time to hang some stuff up and put her clothing in the dresser, and I'll talk to staff shortly. Well, I've been here for a few minutes, and there's a binder here with every question answered in here. I'm going to look at that when I'm done dispensing. The items are brought over, so they have, shelves are all labeled here. Of course, it only makes sense. I have to bring hangers, and there's a little lock box. People are having lunch, I guess. Yeah. Yep, residents are having lunch. And I put up this piece of artwork that Hetty made. And it shows all these fish going that way. And then this one taking its own path. And that's for Heather and Kate. And I put this up. And I hear sounds of laughter and happiness and light mood out there, which is great. That's what it should be. I'll get there. So they've spruced this up since the last time I was here. There is actually a bar. And this is just a communal gathering place here. And there's a nice terrace outside. So it's pretty nice, pretty cool. And they even have an internet cafe here. So you can come down and use the internet. So we're going to have a little birthday party for Heather here on Sunday. Big adventure, Heather. Thank God for that easygoing nature. What do you think, Heather?
Turn right onto Shabukta
It's
Road.
adventure time. Well, Heather seems pretty content with the whole thing, so we're going to follow her lead here and try to reflect her mood.
It's like it says up and down. Getting into a chair gets anxious. There's so many.
Beautiful. Thank
There
you,
go.
sir.
I gotta
Yeah.
run in to use the washroom. Maybe if we go for a second.
I just love the
So here we are,
up down.
going to have a little afternoon nap here. And we've got an LPN, talked to a social worker already, and I think she's a nursing supervisor. I don't know what.
She's the social worker.
Social worker, yeah.
Nancy's our social worker.
And this is the room kind of organized. So
Yeah.
we're getting through the day. Breathe deeply, John. Okay, I'm outside, and it's 2:45 or something like that. So this has been 2 hours of the intake for Heather. She is sleeping in her new room. She doesn't care where she is. She seems very content, as expected. I got to take a break here. So as you know, I had the support. My sister Carolyn and my daughter Kate were here. Thank God they were here for me. I needed it. And I met some amazing people here. I met the floor nurse. I don't know what she is. Clinical supervisor, maybe. She did the intake. She clearly has eyes in the back of her head and knows everything that's going on. She's on top of things. And I met the social worker here, and it's, tough, it's very wonderful, understanding person. And then the floor supervisor, and then I met an LPN, young thing, very cheerful and kind. And I think they all had a sense of who Heather is, and it's all good. It's tough, but it's good. So I'm off for a walk to clear my head. I'm out exploring the neighborhood here to try to release my emotions a bit, and just looking at some of the beautiful old Halifax homes. And this used to be a military house, and in my previous life, in my career, I sold this property from the government. And then this one is a pub, I guess, public house, the Narrows. Gets rave reviews for excellent food. So we're actually on the opposite side of the block in the same complex as Heather's old day program here. So that's that village concept that I mentioned. Ooh, another ooh. So here we are at shortly after 3 o'clock, and I've only been here for roughly 2 hours, less than 2 hours, but my God. I'm just overwhelmed, but I'm starting to feel better. I went out for a walk, a half-hour brisk walk, and cleared my mind a little bit. And it's going to be okay. I don't want to say now that I've got my emotions under control, but I have my emotions under control. I'm less prone to weeping, which up until 15 minutes ago I could barely get out a word edgewise without crying. And so now I think I'm okay. I can focus on going forward, and Heather's having a sleep. I'll go upstairs. I'll have a project in mind. I'll go upstairs and I'll unpackage her TV and set that up. And I don't know if she'll wake up or not, but Probably some more interaction with staff. They'll probably have some more questions or some more information for me. And then at some point, I guess I'll go home for supper, or maybe I'll stay here and help Heather have her supper. That's probably what I'll do. So in the meantime, I've got this salad, I guess, with rice. A rice salad. I don't really know what it is. Here, have a look. What is that? I don't know. It's food. And a bottle of water. And I'm going to relax a little more and then go upstairs. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support. Okay, let's have a little fun. Can't be all serious. Ready? Ready, honey? Whee! Whee! Oh my God, you gotta have a laugh once in a while. Well, this is my first time home well, it's not empty. Penny's still here. But, you know, it's not a marriage home anymore. Hi, Penny. Sweet pea. I can't tell you how nice it is to see you. I can't tell you how nice it is to see you, puppy. We're going to take you for a stroll. You're a good girl. Empty bed. Whew. Woo, hoo, 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 hoo. Hit me like a wave here. It is what it is. I'll get used to it. Maybe I'll sleep well tonight. But in the meantime, my emotions are all over the map. And I'm not surprised. I mean, this is an adjustment period. I think I said before, once upon a time, my emotions were pretty flat. Well, let me tell you, those days are over. My emotions are no longer flat. And as my friend Jane Jansen says, let her rip. So I was home for a while, as you know, alone. And then I popped back over to Northwood I had to get a screwdriver to help work on her TV. And I brought a different comforter over because the one I brought was too big. And what else did I bring? A cable for the TV and her personal directive, which has a do not resuscitate note in it that Heather and I discussed. And it has language that says if I become incapacitated, you know, don't do any heroic measures. And I think that includes CPR. I'm not sure I'm willing to sign off on that at this time, but I have to think about it. And I have a couple of trusted people I'm going to discuss it with, including my brother, who's a doctor, palliative care. Spent years in palliative care, so he really knows this stuff. And I'm just going to the hardware store to pick up another piece of cable for her TV. And when I arrived there about a half an hour ago, Heather was very contentedly sitting there watching TV with the other residents. And she had a smile on her face. I showed up and patted her leg, and that brought a smile to her face. I don't know, did she recognize me? I don't know, but I mean, I have a way of communicating with her and connecting with her, like the pat on the leg and, you know, a kiss on the cheek, that she wouldn't see anywhere else. So that registered. And all of the staff, it must be the night shift that was on, or the evening shift, all of the staff were sort of aware that she was new. And they were all looking at me, and a couple came over and asked, does she like to have a cookie and a juice for the evening snack? And what time does she go to bed? And, you know, they're all keenly aware of what has happened here and where we are. And so, I mean, right now I feel pretty good. I feel like, okay, you know, at 8 or 9 o'clock, probably 9 o'clock, I'm going to be home. And yeah, it'll be lonely, but I can crawl into bed and sleep soundly without any worries, and then in the morning I can be very calm and relaxed and get myself a cup of coffee and a bowl of cereal before I head over there, Well, I haven't had a calm and relaxed morning in years. Like every morning has been, well, I guess besides the times I had caregivers, although I had to sort of train them each time. But for the most part, for years, my mornings have been chores, drudgery. Let's call it what it is. Drudgery, changing diapers and all that stuff. So tomorrow morning is another day, and I know it's going to be better. There she is. After a rough night, here I came home to see Heather, and she's beautiful. Get your hair all done. Very nice. You had breakfast and coffee, and we're going to spend the day together. I would say they're set up for church service for tomorrow, and my friend Renee Clark is actually the pastor here, the minister. She's a lovely, beautiful person. I think there's going to be a lot of this. Hey, Heather? Just rolling around. We're going to have to find a few favorite spots to sit. And I downloaded a bunch of Just for Laughs gags and some America's Got Talent on my iPad. We can sit and watch that stuff. Let's go back upstairs, see how your TV's doing. After a morning sitting with Heather, we went downstairs and had some chips and water, and then watched some Candid Camera Classics on my iPad while I tried to set up her TV. I feel better. I have to have projects, and Heather is very subdued. I don't know what to make of that. I mean, is she sad? I have no idea. I can't tell. I think maybe she's just tired and she needed a nap. But I must say, the staff is terrific. They all know what's going on. They all know we're new, and they're doing their best and trying to be kind, and you know, they're nice people. They're all really nice people. I can't say enough about them. No. I'm just going to pick up a piece of furniture here, a little side table to bring up to her room, and we'll carry on with the morning. So Heather just had her lunch, had mac and cheese and green beans and some cake for dessert, and she's very subdued today. So I don't know what to make of that. It is what it is. And this is looking in the other direction. This is looking east. So, you know, some more of those old wooden houses. They're kind of cool, I guess. This is a very busy intersection, and that's the Angus L. MacDonald Bridge that connects Dartmouth. This is all part of the Halifax Regional Municipality, but that is, it used to be the city of Dartmouth on the other side, and this was the city of Halifax. And, you know, we have a naval dockyard there as well. You can see that. The Atlantic Fleet. And there are some submarines that way, and a synchro lift dock, dry dock. And this is part of the base here. This is CFB Halifax. Some of the new warships. And there's the patio that we can enjoy in the summer, part of this complex. And so this is Gottingen Street, and this is North Street. And very central location. And this is what I mean when I'm talking about the grittier side of Halifax. Look at this, Kit Kat Pizza. This place has been here forever. Absolutely love it. And then it's mixed, interspersed with this sort of funky, you know, artsy sort of higher end, you know, plant-based restaurants and all this stuff. It's great. Speaking of funky town here, Ground Zero, I've got Real Fake Meats plant-based butcher. Something I would normally not be able to do because I just don't have that free time. So look what we're having for lunch here. Noodles with stuff, plant-based stuff, a chili sauce. And so this is a treat and a feast. Trying to focus on the positive here. Well, it's Saturday morning at 9:15, and this is Heather's second full day. Second full day? Yeah, yes, she was there Thursday till Friday was one full day, and then Friday till Saturday. Well, this is the end of their second full day, start of the third day, something like that. But she's doing okay, I guess. She's a little distant, not as quick to smile and laugh. Understandable. Every time she turns around, there's someone else pulling her pants off and changing her diaper. Well, they don't change much there. They have big, super absorbent pads, and I mean, I was pretty fastidious about that. I stayed on top of changes, multiple changes throughout the day. Doesn't seem to be as big a concern there. I just have to leave them to it. And I was trying hard not to interfere there, but I felt I had to show them my methods of moving Heather around and so on. And I think that was a help. I checked with the staff who was doing the work last night to say, look, I hope I'm not interfering. And she seemed sincerely grateful for the help. And I had been helping at meal times. I'm missing breakfast this morning. That's okay. I missed it yesterday too. I can't be there every minute of the day. And so she's okay. But it's very lonely here. I'm having a hard time of it in the mornings, especially. Besides just being quiet and empty in the house, I've been a caregiver, taking care of her. That's gone. So I'm doing my best. I'll get over it. It'll take time, but I'll get over it. And you guys, your comments are just boom. I'm just absolutely blown away at the empathy and sympathy and understanding and experience, like lived experience. People reaching out to me, you guys talking about your own experience and being so understanding. It's just incredible. Just gives me faith in humanity. And I got this nice card yesterday, thinking of you, John and Heather. May you be happy, may you be strong, may you be free from suffering. Big hugs from Antoinette. And I've gotten several personal emails. I can't get to them all. I read everything, but my mind is mush. I can't get to them all, but you know that I appreciate it. I read them and I appreciate it. So thank you for that. And other messages from friends, distant friends coming out of the woodwork, all supportive. So I'm packing up. I've got another pair of pajamas for Heather. I'm bringing my multi-tool to try to fix her door latch, which doesn't latch, so the door stays open all the time unless you put a garbage can in front of it. I've got my overnight oats and my blueberries, and I'll bring another coffee. And I'll spend the day there. I'll leave a few times here and there to go do some errands or come and check in on Penny. I set up a couple of cameras so I can watch Penny and talk to her. I'm going to throw a camera. I found the Wi-Fi at the home, so I got internet access there. So I'm going to bring a camera, a Wise indoor camera, and ask them if I can set it up in her room to watch her sleep. Basically what I want to do. We'll see. If not, that's no big deal. That's okay. But if they can, wouldn't that be lovely? So that's it for now. I'm off to Northwood. We're going to just try to have a come down day. And then they have, when you bring your clothes in, they bundle them up and they take them away to a special clothes labeling a labeling place to label the clothes, and it's a big exercise. Well, I already had that taken care of before I even left the house. Like I had that taken care of a month ago. I have fabric labels and a good marker, a double marker, and I just label stuff on my own here. Like I can take care of this stuff. And so, but I suppose they get people here who don't have the wherewithal or whatever to do that. So, and now, I'm going to redo Heather's hair, change her top, and we'll go for a walk around the building and get a little fresh air downstairs. So that's how things are going. And this stuff makes me feel useful. So it's good to have it to do. I'm home now and I'm well distracted with this video editing. It's later in the evening. I had some food for supper. I took Penny for a walk. And a couple of times today, I've had cause to describe what I'm feeling, and it's because over the last, well, 2 to 3 years, something around that, the caregiving responsibility and my sense of duty and loyalty to Heather has been so intense, that it's completely filled all my thought and my focus and my drive. Everything has been revolved around taking care of her. And, all of a sudden, it's over. And it's felt like, running a race and running off the edge of a cliff. And there's nothing anymore. And I'm falling. That's what I feel like. And so, I know it'll happen. My goal is to land on a big soft spot, on something that's going to preserve me, something that's going to let me get up and walk away and brush it off rather than, crashing on the rocks. That's the best way I can put it. And so far, so good. And I have to let myself talk it out. I have to be open and honest. And I've also kept my current face to face support social circle very small because I can't be explaining this stuff all the time. I can't be answering questions. I can't be hearing about other people talk about their own experiences with their mother or their grandmother, as valid as that is. This is time for me to take care, to try to stop the bleeding, to try to cover those wounds, pressure those wounds, and stop the bleeding as I'm going forward, while at the same time continuing to love Heather. So that's where we are today. Thanks for following along. You're not alone. I'm not alone. It's the best feeling ever in a situation like this. And I don't know when my next video will come out, but as you know, I tend to record things and share. So hang in there, and thanks for your support.